This day and time. What happened today, years ago?
We need to go back to World War I, specifically June 13th, 1917, London. The sky there was about to become something pretty terrifying.
Right. That was the day the German Gotha GIV bombers, these heavier bombers, really made their presence felt over London. It wasn't like their earlier Zeppelin raids, which were starry but maybe less focused. These Gothas were different. And the target they hit that day, it showed a really disturbing new kind of intention.
Yeah, the source pulls out one specific detail from that raid that's just, it's hard to even talk about.
It is. It describes one bomb hitting the Poplar Primary School. It went straight through 3 floors, exploded in a kindergarten class, killed 18 children. They were between 4 and 6 years old.
Wow. Yeah, when you hear that, it's immediately obvious this wasn't about, hitting a munitions factory or railway lines.
No, not primarily. The source argues pretty strongly this is a direct hit on the, quote, heart of civilian society. The goal wasn't just material damage. It was aimed right at morale, at shattering that basic feeling of being safe in your own neighborhood, your own city, using terror quite deliberately as a weapon.
But here's where it gets interesting. The source points out this kind of paradox, right? The Germans wanted terror, but the actual reaction in Britain wasn't quite what they might have expected.
Exactly. Instead of breaking people's will, it caused this massive outrage. It actually sort of unified people. The British public didn't collapse in fear. They got angry, more determined. And crucially, people started to recognize this tactic for what it was. They started calling it, psychological warfare.
So the whole idea of the battlefield shifted, didn't it? War wasn't just over there anymore. It was landing in your street, in your schools.
Yeah. And that idea that war could reach right into civilian life from the air, it just kept developing. Fast forward, nearly 30 years, World War II, and the terror from the sky takes on this even more chilling quality. It becomes impersonal, machine-like.
Right. This is when we get the V1. People called it the buzz bomb or the doodle bug. Right. What made this weapon so uniquely terrifying?
No, first off, it was unmanned. No pilot, just a machine. And its signature was that sound, that horrible droning engine buzz. You'd hear it coming, and everyone would just freeze listening. Because the source really stresses this. The worst sound wasn't the buzz itself. It was the silence when the engine cut out.
Because that meant
it was falling. Oh. The explosion was imminent, just seconds away. It was like this direct, brutal conditioning. Buzz meant danger. Silence meant impact. Pure psychological dread.
And the sheer number of them. It's staggering.
Oh, yeah. Nearly 10,000 V1s launched at London in less than a year. The cost was huge. Around 6,000 people killed, tens of thousands injured.
It must have created this constant background hum of anxiety, even if, as you said, the spirit didn't break and they developed countermeasures.
It absolutely did. That relentless buzzing